Discoveries have a way of shifting entire paradigms, of shaking up the status quo, of opening eyes. At IAS, we've discovered this, that the cloud has no ceiling. Customer challenges today extend beyond cloud. They include how to manage, control, and scale applications in a hybrid environment that spans multiple technology approaches. So our cloud mission is taking on a new shape, one that accommodates companies at all stages of cloud engagement, at all stages of inclusion. Because we feel that nothing now is more important than for every company to embrace the cloud and its potential, to change for the better the way each and every company does business and thrives. Your journey to the cloud.
A recent IDC survey of IT professionals shows a significant increase from traditional IT spending to cloud spending, and this encompasses both public and private clouds. This is coming at the demise or the decrease in traditional IT spending. You're looking at considerable changes in the budget. You're looking at squeezed budgets, but more of it moving to the cloud. And what's most important with this is that there's a strategy in place, not just moving applications out to a public cloud or building out what amounts to a private cloud, but having a cohesive strategy that takes into consideration what the company is trying to accomplish. What is the unified strategy? What we're looking here really is a strategy that leads the enterprise forward, that is agreed to by the IT department in support of what the lines of businesses are trying to accomplish. The line of business are looking to move faster and faster as their business changes. IT needs to keep up, and building out a cloud strategy to support that is crucial for IT to be looked at in positive light within the enterprise. Puts them on more of an equal footing as a partner as opposed to just an IT cost center. Really, the changing dynamic between IT and lines of businesses has been chronicled by a number of agencies. Here we've got IDC, Gartner, and CompTIA all talking about different ways that budgets are moving around, how the lines of business will be involved in new IT investment. If the IT organization cannot respond quickly enough, a lot of lines of businesses will go outside of IT and procure their own services, most often as a rogue application being put out onto a public cloud, which creates all kinds of problems. And budgets are also shifting away from the IT department to the line of business, so line of business can get more control over support from them for their activities if the IT department cannot respond as quickly. What really has to happen here is a strategic partnership between the IT department and the business so they can equally assess what needs to happen to move forward, and they're in concert on how that's going to work. Here we have just a few of the examples of why a cloud model is justified within inside an organization. There are significant business advantages in both control, visibility, scale, and time to market, which is becoming more and more critical. On-demand service deliveries, user portals, access to information on an as-needed basis is becoming more and more crucial. There are many different definitions of the cloud. A lot of times when people talk about cloud, it's the private cloud like an Amazon or a Google or other public cloud providers. Here we just want to ground set everybody onto what we mean by definition of the three cloud models we're talking about here: private cloud, hybrid cloud, and a public cloud, and how they align and how they are best suited to your environment. Private cloud, it's an internal, in your own four walls, keep all the data control, but give access to your users through a user portal. Give them cleaner access and maintain compliance and security. Public cloud, again, like an Amazon or a Google, it's a third-party organization that's going to be hosting your application and your data in their data center. This creates some problems if not managed properly, and then really what we're seeing today is the combination of the two into a hybrid cloud where you will gain additional elasticity for some of your critical applications, or you may want to move some applications for development and test into a public cloud to give you more access into your, or more freedom to use your private data center in different ways. So it's a combination of both internal and external resources that give you that capability. You don't have to build out for your peaks in your own private cloud. You can have the elasticity of using a public cloud provider, and the resources can scale up or down based on your activity. Not every organization is at the same starting point. There is many different places a customer can be from, or a company can be from, absolutely no cloud enablement, using a traditional IT approach that has basic operational processes and tools in place, limited virtualization, but no cloud computing, through additional tools and additional management tools and operational processes in place. We can get a little bit more refined in how we enable a cloud computing model, all the way through to some firms that have fully automated processes, management policies in place, and have a good handle on where their business is going. So we could work with any and all companies along this continuum on their journey to the cloud, and work with them to figure out what the best destination is based on their business goals, what the applications requirements are, and the types of budgets in place and general direction of the organization. So, we discussed in a previous slide the different cloud models. Here we give a little bit more detail on the three. Here at IIS, we've developed two services that will help the enterprises determine what's the best course of action based on where they are today. So the first service is a cloud readiness service, and really the title tells you what it really is. It's about identifying the current state of your environment and how ready are you to move to the next level. We define the starting position and the end state on a roadmap. The cloud modeling service, which is the second one, really helps you identify which applications are best suited to move to a public cloud environment, and taking into account certain factors around security, governance, cost, and other factors. The first step in the cloud readiness offering is a workshop. And this is an on-site workshop. We send two of our cloud professionals onto the customer site to work with all of the stakeholders to gather as much information as required to come back with a full roadmap and prioritization for the organization. So really we're assessing the organization needs, analyzing it, and then come back with the design and plan. It's designed to start based on where the customer is and take their business demands and requirements into consideration and build out that roadmap to help them get to that endpoint. And the readiness service is really about your environment, your model, and where do you need to get to. It's not a one-size-fits-all. Every organization is different, and the analysis that's provided is based on a fairly detailed scoring system that's compiled with the information gathered during the workshop. There's a path to achieve the goals. We identify the gaps, put the analysis in place, and work with you to incorporate the line of business requirements, the technology requirements, and identify the processes, the people, the culture, and make recommendations along the way. So the outcome of the cloud readiness is to provide this comprehensive roadmap that will get you to your finish line, to your end product. The second service is the cloud modeling service, and this is really about identifying the workloads and where are they best housed. Are they best housed on a private environment, a private cloud, because of security, governance, compliance issues that may not be accessible through the public cloud providers? Or are they less secure applications like development and test? Or are you looking for some elasticity to handle the peak workloads? And we would work with you then to identify those applications, where they're best housed, and put a financial model around that. We would analyze, any number of providers from a cost basis, compliance, governance, security, and come back with a recommendation based on the analysis. At IIS, we are a fully certified business partner of 3 key vendors which we consider best of breed within the cloud environment: Hewlett-Packard, VMware, and Red Hat. We are certified and trained on all of their products, and we are a full-service solution provider, providing from the assessment and analysis all the way through training and mentoring in a steady-state environment and all touches in between. We're all about the infrastructure readiness, getting your environment ready to handle and deliver the business requirements that you've signed up for in your SLAs. At IIS, we've got a long history and experience in infrastructure design and implementation. With Hewlett-Packard, VMware, and Red Hat, we've had a successful track record of implementing cloud solutions across the spectrum of clients. Proven success in not only cloud but in big data, converged system, and system management are keys to a successful infrastructure implementation.